Once you have the wings done, now we have some mapping to do. Okay, so we got this. This is a good start. Again, this only exists here in ZBrush, however, and I want it back in Maya. So the thing that you got to remember is everything gets pulverized in here when you start producing some maps, and sometimes the maps don't turn out quite well. So and that's why, because there's a harsh pinch involved in certain things. So a lot of times what I'll do is take the time and look for some really harsh edges and then hold shift and make sure I get all those smoothed out. These pinches, they're really hard to see. Here's one of them. See that right there? So I'm going to have to kind of smooth that out a little bit. Just like that. And I'm just looking around for these. There was a bad one right here. But look around for some really, really harsh stuff that's pinched. And once you get that done, you should be able to generate some maps. Okay, so here we got color already involved. Okay, so that's done. Texture map. That texture map here is loaded. But now we have two others to make. So we're going to do this one, which is the displacement map. I'm going to have adaptive on, and I'm going to go ahead and hit create displacement map. It's going to ask me to lower it all the way down. And while you're here, you can look to see if there's any, see like this folded right here. I see that. That one's really bad. See how it's folded it on itself? So I can go like that a couple times with the brush, and then when I go to the next highest level, do it one more time real quick, and go up, and it should be out of there. There we go. That looks better. So a lot of those seams that you see here that are really dark, those are the ones I'm talking about as far as getting those and repairing them here before you start generating the map. Good, that should be better. We can always repair the normal map too. So in here, displacement map. Let's create a displacement map. And this map takes a lot less time to actually make. In most cases, like the OCC one, ambient occlusion one, that one took a while. Okay, so there's that one. And you can see some of the jagginess that occurs right in there. So that's indicating that there is a harsh spot still in the area, but I'm going to go to the next level here and go to normal map. So here's tangent. I want you to adaptive on, take off smooth UV, and go ahead and create normal map. There we go. Now I got all my mapping technology out of the way. And what I'm going to do is just hit GoZ. What this will do is launch it right back into Maya, where I have a failure unit over there. And it usually takes a couple seconds here to kind of populate it within GoZ. Alright, so there it is. It just pops in there, so it's not like you can see it pop over there. And what's really nice about this is it renders just like it usually does over in ZBrush. So if I turn this on Mental Ray and I turn the quality up, and I turn it on production quality, close that out, and give it a render by opening the render view and hitting this button. You've now reached the stage of 3D, by the way, that takes forever to do one thing. So this is why people in 3D usually draw on a different computer. We have a computer right next to us that we could sketch on, and then we have a computer that we do 3D on, because 3D takes forever. And then in the time it takes us to, render out something, or we could be drawing or sketching or doing other things. So alright, and there we go. All the detail with a lower polygon structure. Alright, so now that we have this, let me go on to the next story where I say, well, that looks great, but what about rendering? Do I have to render? So that's in the next episode or next video.